Hi there, happy Friday. So today I'm going to talk with you, give you some examples to help show you what it is that's different about working with an architect. And what I'm going to do is tell you some of the things that clients have said to me, which really illustrated how how different their expectation of what an architect would be was from their experience of working with me and the reality. So things that clients have said to me, can you draw that up? And I've said, yes, and I'll design it too. And they've said, oh, do you design? So that was a fascinating conversation after having spent maybe up to an hour of walking around the property. And this is really huge property. And the client wanted to do quite a lot of work to it, and they talked me through all the things that they wanted to do to the property. They had no plans or anything like that, and they just wanted me to draw up what they were talking about. And they had no idea that an architect would be able to design that for them. I really don't know what they thought, but I expect that they were talking about the kind of people who would put no real thought into it. They maybe had experience of that type of architectural designer type plan drawer who doesn't really think so much about the design and understanding their client's life and what they need to make that life work at home, and simply just drawing up the plans. So yes, I draw up plans, but it's not just drawing up plans, it's design too. Another client said to me, wow, you really did listen to me. And yeah, I ask lots and lots and lots of questions, because for me it's so essential to understand your life, not just your life as you live it now, but love to be living it. Because your home, and if you're going through a redesign project and a home redesign project, it takes some time to go through it. It takes a bit of time to go through the design process, waiting for planning approval, getting contractors on board, going through the construction process. All of that takes time, and quite often it can take a couple of years to go from start to finish. And so at the end of that process, your life can have changed. A lot can happen in a year or two, a hell of a lot. And so you can decide what it is that you want your life to look like. You can redesign your life and then design your home to support you living that life that you've reimagined, how you really love to be living. And that's the sort of thing that I ask about. I want to know. I want to understand you and understand not just how you live now, but what your dreams are for how you want to live in the future. And then when you answer me, I listen to what you say, because that is what I then base my design on. It doesn't just come out of the ether, it's based on what you've said. Another client said to me, well, actually not just one, this is a thing that I've had many people say to me. And so what they say is, we just want to extend out the back about 3 meters and the full width of the house. Can we do that? And I always say, yes, you can do that. And what do you want to use that space for? And often when I ask that, the client that I'm speaking to has no idea. And I don't understand why they don't have any idea, because, you don't just build an extension just because your neighbour's built one. I know lots of people want to keep up with the Joneses and do what the neighbours have done, but that's not really benefiting you that much. I totally get it. You don't want your house to sort of slip down the value in the market in relation to your neighbours. That could be a concern, perhaps, but if you don't really need that extra space, I mean, that's a whole lot of effort and hassle and money and disruption to your life that you don't need to go through. So I'd only say, yeah, build an extension if you really need it, but don't just build an extension because your neighbours have built one. And why? You need to know what it is that you want that extra space for. And there's a whole load of assessments and things that I recommend my clients to go through, and then I talk through during our workshop, so I really understand what you need that space for, and I'll try and figure out how I can make your home work better for you and give you all the space that you need without having to do the extension, because that'll save you a lot of money and a lot of time, effort, hassle as well. But if we can't, then we'll extend and we'll figure out how to do that in the best way, and you'll know exactly what's going in that extension. Not just a case of adding a bit onto the back. There's a lot more to it than that. And then the final example I've got to tell you is a client who said to me that they chose to work with me because I had some really different ideas to everyone else that they'd spoken to, and they were just getting really standard sort of things to be done. Standard project. They wanted something that was really special. Their home, they wanted to love it, they wanted to enjoy it, they wanted to be happy to get home in the evening, and they wanted to really, love being at home. And these sort of standard solutions that they were having suggested to them were not really exciting them, and they didn't really give that quality of space that they were hoping to achieve with their home design. So that is something that an architect really is speciality, is to make your space beautiful and distinctive and suited to you, to your individuality and your unique requirements. And if you just want a bog standard home like everybody else, then you don't necessarily need to work with an architect. Save your money and work with somebody who's not going to give you something special, something that's going to, really support your life and help you live the better quality life that you want to live. And you can go and work with anybody to get that bog standard basic stuff. But if you want something a bit more than that, then that is the difference between working with someone who's not an architect and someone who is an architect. I hope that has been interesting, helpful, clarified some things. If you have any questions about, what it is that is special about working with an architect, please comment below, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I look forward to speaking to you again next Friday. Bye for now.